Good morning from Las Vegas. This morning it's the 5th of February. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to fly lead or not going off to Newark. You can see how busy the airport is. I think we have about 2/3 of the flight full. I haven't decided to fly lead or fly C yet. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Newark. I can't quite show you outside the hotel because it would indicate where our hotel is, but we are overlooking a highway. Very sexy. Let's see. So our flight today, super easy. We had a 7:10 a.m. report time. I was at the plane about 40 minutes early, which was great because I could get on the plane, do my security, do my checks, do my safety checks, put my luggage away, sit down and have my coffee. I got a bagel with some cream cheese from Bagel Mania, and just had a nice morning, just hanging out, waiting for my crew. I still wasn't decided on whether I would fly lead or fly C in the back. In my airline, position C is responsible for the aft galley and does our announcements, like our safety demo, things like that. So I wasn't quite sure if I was going to fly A because I like flying lead, and that little bit of extra money does matter, or C, which meant just reading a few announcements and for the most part having a much easier flight. For the most part, but I did end up flying lead up in front, which is great because we had a family in the back that was super energetic. Let's just say that, a whole little family. And so it was actually a much more peaceful ride up in front. Really, really nice passengers. Yeah, just a nice day. We're here in Newark. We got here an hour ahead of schedule, and we had a gate ready for us when we got here, which is really too much to ask for, but we're very, very grateful. And then our shuttle driver was here lickety-split. So it's been a great, successful day. We have roughly 19 hours on this layover. I need to trim this little bit of hair right here. My plan is just to sit here in the room, hibernate, play some video games. I brought some soup with me for dinner, and I'm not leaving the room. Ta-da! So I will be taking the 6:20 a.m. shuttle tomorrow morning. We're going to be flying off to Chicago. That gives us enough time to have breakfast here at the hotel. It's probably one of the best breakfasts that we get in any of our layover hotels. Am I exaggerating? Probably not. But I would normally walk over to Stop and Shop, which isn't that far away from us, but it's just a little too chilly. It's in the mid to low 30s right now, and I just don't feel the need to walk that far in the cold. So blah, blah, blah. The next time you see me will probably be, if I have a stray thought, later on today. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning. All right? Toodaloo. Before I forget, somebody, and I forgot who it was, sent me a replacement of my Sabbath heat. If you don't know, I love my Sabbath heat. I think it's better than the Hot Logic. I don't think they make it anymore, though. But if you remember the story, there was actually a cockroach in my old Sabbath heat, so I was never able to use it again with comfort. But somebody had an extra one and mailed one to me, and they asked if I use it. I think they asked. But yeah, I use it on almost every layover, and I'm going to use it right now to heat up some soup. So thank you very much for that person who sent that to me. I deeply appreciate it. Oh, good morning, guys. Hi. It is 5:48 in the morning. I want to be out of the door in like 3 minutes. All I have to do is put my uniform on, so I should be fine with that. I want to get downstairs. I'm going to eat breakfast because we have about 20 minutes between breakfast opening and we have to be on the shuttle. It snowed last night. The weather is gross outside right now, so traffic is going to be a mess getting to the airport, and we don't have a specific shuttle set for us. We have to compete with regular passengers for a spot on that shuttle, so it's kind of stressful, honestly. But if I don't talk to you for too long, I will have the opportunity to eat breakfast. So I'm going to talk to you later. And then I should tell you where we're going today. We're flying to Chicago. So that's all we have to do is fly to Chicago. So I'm tired right now because I didn't sleep very well, but I can sleep my entire layover in Chicago. So see you soon. This is the main culprit as to why I did not sleep much last night, because everyone on this floor used this ice machine, and it was right next to my door, right next to my room. And the second reason I couldn't sleep very much last night, because my room is also next to the elevator. Wine much? Yeah, but it was hard. It was a rough night. Lobby. Let's go. People who live in Florida go, oh, I miss the Four Seasons. Yeah, no, this is not to be missed. This is totally to be missed. Have you ever seen Newark this quiet at this hour?
I just said that.
It's empty. That's crazy. I'm so tempted. I love this cup. I've had it once before and I lost it like within 6 hours. So I'm gonna put it right back here. I do love it though. It's so sexy. I prefer my Dunkin's tumblers anyway. Let's just leave it there. How much is it? $30. Oh! I got a blackberry sage lemonade refresher. It's delicious. The barista wrote, "You're worth it." Yeah, I'm worth an $8 beverage. That's with my discount. You're worth it. Welcome to Chicago. I don't want to be here. It's very cold. Hey guys, how are ya? Just took off my uniform pieces, pulled off my boots, and it's like I'm dragging my ass, but nothing's happened. It's been a very easy day. It is 11:11 in the morning, chicken legs. So, I mean, really, I'm not sure why I feel like it was such a long day. Mostly, as I think about it, mostly because I didn't sleep very well. As I mentioned, the ice machine and the elevator were right next to my room. And we had different crews, and I know they were flight cabin crews walking down the hallways at all hours. So, today felt very long, mostly because we had to de-ice in Newark. Now, de-icing probably should have taken 15 or 20 minutes. There were 2 trucks out there, but it took over 40 minutes to de-ice. Our captain, unbelievable captain, he was calling all sorts of people like, what is taking so long? He can actually communicate with those fellows, those people that are de-icing. He can communicate directly with them. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? And they were like, well, we're doing what we have to do. Ops was calling them saying, hey, when are you pulling? Because there's a plane that wants to be in your gate. I don't know what was going on, but it took more than 40 minutes. We ended up leaving on time, our scheduled departure. It just felt longer because of the de-icing. And when people have to sit in their seats, and there's no air running because we can't have air being pulled into the aircraft. All the de-icing fumes and fluid would come into the cabin, so not good. So it's getting hot in the cabin. People are tired of sitting there. We're not moving. And then we're getting frustrated, which I totally understand. But they all, for the most part, behaved very well. So no problems there. There were some minor issues that were but small, but confusing as to the intensity in which some people brought these minor issues to our attention. I really can't describe what was going on, but if you've watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the movie, there are moments when Ferris Bueller's acting, doing what his thing in the movie, he's doing his thing, and he looks into the camera, what you shouldn't do in the movies, right? It's breaking the fourth wall. He looks at the camera and goes, can you believe this? Like that kind of thing. I literally found myself once or twice looking off into space going, I cannot believe what's going on. But for every minor little irritation, we had a spectacular human being on board. I mean, really top notch. In particular, this one couple that I'm thinking of, they were absolutely hysterical. I could see myself being best friends with them. But, at first glance, we're not the same. They were, he's like this very rough looking, super tall, devastatingly handsome, but he's wearing a camo hat with sunglasses on. He's wearing layers of work gear, and he's a contractor, and he just looks like this rough and tumble kind of guy, you know, and his wife was lovely, but we were people who normally wouldn't mix. There's me, and then there's this rough and rah guy, and we had so many laughs. We had such a nice time. I'm gonna miss them. I mean, they were wonderful. We had a passenger in row 2. She had her laptop out, and Wi-Fi was kind of spotty, and blah blah blah. And she was actually filling out a review, because we send out questionnaires to passengers after their flight as to what their flight was like, what they liked, what they didn't like. And she had her laptop out when the Wi-Fi was working, and she's typing furiously. She's like, "What are your names? Oh, did I do something wrong? Like, what's wrong?" She's like, "No, I just want to write something nice about you guys." It was just a nice flight. It was a nice flight. There were a couple things, but for the most part, I'll do that left and right every day. So we just got to the hotel. It's bitter cold outside. I did not pack anything warm on purpose, so I'm not even tempted to walk over to the mall. I'm going to stay in my room, hibernate. I'm going to eat some soup. There's a restaurant downstairs that's not too bad, so maybe I'll get like an appetizer later. But that is it. That's my day so far. I think the only thing I'm going to do is turn my laptop on, play another few rounds of a video game. I'm playing Starfield again. I got kind of bored, but I'm back to playing Starfield. And that's my day. Terribly exciting, isn't it? I will see you later on today if something happens. If not, I will see you tomorrow. We're taking the 3:30 a.m. shuttle. That's 3:30 East Coast time. Brutal, but one leg. We're going to Fort Lauderdale. I'll see you soon. Oh, I had to turn the volume down. Hold on. So I just bought something. It's a video game. Now, if you know my story, I got sober in June of 2002. When I finally got sober, I couldn't maintain a pair of pants. I couldn't maintain a relationship with anything with a spine. Invertebrates. I was incapable of having a relationship with anything. I had a very hard time showing up to work. I was drunk 24 hours a day. I just wasn't a good adult. I wasn't even a person, complete. But do you remember The Sims? Apparently The Sims, the video game, came out in the year 2000. I was expert at The Sims. As playing The Sims, I could pay my bills, go to work, have relationships, not die in a fire. I mean, I could do all sorts of stuff in The Sims that I couldn't do in real life. I would sit at my laptop in my place in the south end of Boston, and I would play The Sims for hours and hours, drunk out of my mind. One day I had been drinking a Southern Comfort. I was pretending it was just straight Southern Comfort. I had it in a martini glass. Well, that martini glass and the surface of the desk was so sticky because it's Southern Comfort. I put the glass down, let it sit there because I was blotto playing The Sims for hours and hours and hours. I picked up the martini glass, and the stem snapped. The bowl of the martini glass came away while the base of the glass stuck on the desk, and I left it there for, I don't know, days. I was such a hot mess. But I was opening up, why am I telling you this? I opened up the Steam application on my laptop, which is the video game portal that I use to access most of the games I've purchased. And the Sims 25-year anniversary bundle was like, I don't know, cheap. It was cheap. And it gives you The Sims 1, The Sims 2, and Sims 4. Sims 3, who cares? So it's a bit of nostalgia. Does anyone remember playing The Sims? So I'm gonna start playing the demo trial little family over here. I can't believe I'm going to play The Sims. I'm sure this means nothing to you, but for me, The Sims was like everything when I... Whatever. Let's play some Sims. Look, I'm having Bob take a shower. He gets all pixelated. I haven't played this in 20 years, at least. More than 20 years. It's crazy. Why did I buy this? I have no idea. All right, I'm going to play for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to jump in bed. It's 4:48 in the afternoon. Ideally, I want to be in bed by 6, asleep by 7, so I can wake up at, we're taking the 3:20 shuttle, so 2:45. All right, I will see you tomorrow. The Sims. All right, so what's in the grab and go this morning in Chicago? So I didn't sleep at all. I mean, I was playing a video game, honestly, till about 7 o'clock, which is when I wanted to be asleep, but still, it was a reasonable hour for me to get to bed. But my next door neighbor turned on the television set, and it just wouldn't end. And I put the air conditioning on, I like that. It just, I don't know, I just didn't sleep. I hate a connecting room. Well, this is okay. Alright, it's only one leg today to Fort Lauderdale, so I'll make it, and I'll just sleep in Fort Lauderdale. Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. Let's get some light in here. We're staying at our relatively new, I think my coworkers are already at the pool, and I've hardly changed clothing. We're staying at our hotel's relatively new location here in Fort Lauderdale. It's very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. I'm going to walk to a nearby sort of mall, outdoor mall, restaurant kind of thing in a moment to grab a bite to eat, because I have not actually eaten breakfast, and it is, let's see, it's 10:02 in the morning. I had half a bagel and half a granola bar, so I need to eat something soon. I'm loving my shirt outfit with my little glasses. Aren't they cute? Little navy shorts and some suede loafers to round out the outfit, just in case I might take a little sweater to throw over my shoulders. I have like a baby blue sweater I might throw over my shoulders in case the air conditioning is pretty strong in the restaurants. But today was very nice. We had a very early morning show. Did I mention the crew is really awesome? Really, really great crew. I've had some of the best laughs I've had in a very long time. Our passengers have been extraordinary. This trip has been very nice so far. A couple odds and ends happened yesterday, but nothing, you know, whatever. But today went off without a fluke. Two very strange things happened though. My chaser is from Boston, and you could hear it a mile away. His Wicked Lodge, he had such a significant, crazy Bostonian accent that I found very comforting. But he is from Boston, and he's lived where I've lived, and we've lived in the same neighborhoods at the same time, actually. Gone to the same bars and everything around the same time. And it was super, super cool. He lives across the street from my exes. Do you guys remember Thing 1, Thing 2, the couple I went out with? I left Boston, I left my family, I left my friends, I left my work, I left my recovery circles to move to Florida to be in this relationship with Thing 1 and Thing 2. They live in Chicago part of the year, and he lives across the street from them. He's like, hey, is your name Steven Pereira? Do you know Thing 1, Thing 2? And I'm like, yes. He's like, oh, they're my neighbors. I'm like, surreal. I mean, surreal. Not in a fantastic way, but surreal. They describe me as a friend that works for that airline. I'm like, yeah, I was more than a, whatever, letting that go. And then coming through the airport on the way to the shuttle pickup, I hear Steven Pereira screamed at me, And it's my friend Nadia. This is a short story. Nadia, when she was 14, walked into Neiman Marcus in Boston, and she went from counter to counter. I saw her, sweetest little thing you've ever seen in your life. She goes from counter to counter, and people shake their heads, and she eventually makes her way over to me, and I hear her say to somebody else, "Would you please do my makeup?" She's going to a junior prom or something with a much older guy, who's probably 16. But she was going to a prom, and she wanted one of us to do her makeup. And they all said no. So I said, come, sit in the chair. And I did her makeup. And I really don't remember what we did in terms of color and stuff. I'll always remember the lip gloss, though. It was a Versace translucent gold, almost yellow lip gloss with the smallest, most microcrystalline liquid glitter kind of suspended in it on top of a very pretty little color. It wasn't yellow, but the product itself was golden, like a golden syrup with sparkles in it. And her eyes were sparkly, and she felt pretty, and she would come back periodically, and she'd buy lip glosses and stuff. And back then, a lip gloss for Versace at Neiman Marcus, they were fairly expensive. And she would buy little things here and there whenever she came by, like she was at a candy store. Turns out she comes from a fairly, I would say fairly affluent family, and so Neiman's wasn't foreign to her. That's why she was there at 14. But yeah, I would do her makeup periodically, and we'd stayed in touch. And I was at Neiman's for quite a while. Then she went off to college after high school, and I would do her makeup periodically. And she always said, I know the story goes on forever. She always said, when I get married, I want you to do my makeup. And when she got married to a very nice man, his family comes from money too. But when she got married, it was a destination wedding, and no one was taking Steven to a destination wedding. But so I sat down with her and her mother-in-law, and I taught her mother-in-law how to do Nadia's makeup. And it was sweet. I felt like I was part of the family at that time. And, and we've drifted away. We've drifted apart over the years. She became a restaurateur. And I think her sister's involved. Her sister is a professional ballroom dancer. Unbelievably sexy. Of course, I remember her in little lace socks with little black Mary Janes, but now she's a ballroom dancer. But Nadia has a place called, if you're in the Boston area, look for a restaurant called Dumpling Daughter. And she used recipes from her grandmother and her mother, and she opened a restaurant, I think in Lexington. There might be one in Boston too, but she has a cookbook and I guess a whole product line, including some frozen foods as well. So she's building her own little empire. But I saw her in the Fort Lauderdale airport. It was just, and I'm like, I give her a big hug, and then I have to race away to get the shuttle, and I'm crying. Because Nadia, I still will always remember her at 14, and then to see her at the airport with her little Louis Vuitton suitcase, I was just like, oh my God, she's all grown up. She's probably 40, but it's been a very strange day of nostalgia and really, forget 6 degrees of separation, 1 degree of separation, just craziness. But I'm talking when I want to be eating. So I will see you. I'll take you with me. We'll go somewhere for lunch. All right. I will see you in a few minutes outside. And look at those clouds. Absolutely gorgeous. I've always loved clouds, but knowing what they look like from down here and above is, I don't know, just it lends an extra special point of view to enjoying cloudscapes. I am heading towards this little shopping and dining district. There's a ton of hotels behind me. There's a bunch of hotels back there. Firebird's Grill, there's a good barbecue place down here from what I hear. Anthropology, Tommy Bahama. All right, so they're trying to make a little shopping district here. Looks like most of it's still not open, but let's find something to eat. All right, so a few of my coworkers have gone to the beach. I think their restaurants are down here. A few of them have gone to the beach. I am not a huge fan of the Atlantic or the Pacific when it comes to beaches. I much prefer a Gulf Coast beach myself. But it looks like all the restaurants are down here, too far away from me. So yeah, they're going to the beach. I'm just gonna grab a bite to eat, walk around for a little bit, head back to my room, play a little bit of a video game, The Sims, and get a good night's sleep. I did not sleep well last night. My neighbor, we had adjoining rooms, and the TV was on the whole time. I tried turning the air conditioning on as loud as I could to kind of distract from the noise. But if I went over there to say, hey, could you bring that television noise down? I know what I would have sounded like, and it would have sounded like an argument. So, but I just didn't sleep very well. Should we go into H&M? No. I guess I am walking into H&M. The restaurants are all closed at the moment. It's still too early for lunch. So I'm gonna walk around H&M for a few minutes. There's also an Ulta. H&M is closed until 11. All right. All right, so I popped into Ulta just to poke around. I am looking for a new moisturizer. I've been using Philosophy Hope in a Jar forever now. But I'm looking for a new moisturizer, so I'm just poking around. And, you know, anytime I've been to Ulta, even Sephora to a degree, I'm like haunted by like salespeople. Hey, hi, can I help? Can I talk? Can I show you that? And I found the solution. The way to be left alone in a store like Ulta is to become an old man. Because I am invisible to these young ladies. They don't even see me. I could do anything in this store and they wouldn't even notice. Yeah. Fun. Get old. There are benefits. All right, Sephora wins when it comes to customer service. I've had 3 people approach me, but I'm like one of 2 people in the store, so. But at least they bothered to say hi. So they win for the customer service. But I think I'm gonna stick with my Philosophy. I was gonna go into Burger Fi. I'd never been before, but I stood there looking at the menu and the burger was like $11 and the fries were $6. And I'm standing there and deciding, well, chicken sandwich or burger, which one should I go for? And I'm standing there. And they got to hear my stomach grumbling, and nothing, nobody even saying hi. And I stood there for a little bit longer and was just like, maybe you just order on an app. I don't know, but I'm not going there. So instead, I'm getting some barbecue at Dickey's. I've been here before. It's not too bad. All right, Dickey's barbecue pit, sliced chicken, smoked chicken sandwich. Mac and cheese, barbecue for the sandwich. Good morning from Fort Lauderdale Airport. I'm gonna make it through the day with extra caffeine because I got to sleep at like, I don't know, 9:30, woke up at 1. Couldn't go back to sleep. All right, let's go to Atlanta. We have an hour sit, hour 15, and then Vegas. Oh, hello, Eleanor. Hi, honey. Yes, buddy, I know. I love you too. Uh-huh. Good morning. Good morning, you. Hi. What? Good morning. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Yeah. I love you. Do you love me? Do you love me? Nothing? Do you love me? No. Okay. I love you anyway. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Las Vegas. Welcome back to my Karshimi costume change because it's the next day. So yesterday I just got home and I gave the cats our treats. We all took a nap and I slept for hours and hours. I was so tired. I don't think I slept more than 15 hours the entire trip. So I really needed a nap. And after that, yeah, I just didn't finish the video. So here we are. Hi. So yesterday ended up being a very nice day. It was longer than I prefer, but it didn't really feel that long because we had amazing passengers. Some cities, as I've said in the past, have a specific energy. Atlanta, you have to agree, if you're a flight attendant, Atlanta can have its own energy. So we flew from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta. That only took about an hour and a half. But easy flight, super nice. And then Atlanta to Las Vegas can also have a very specific energy. And again, you have to be a flight attendant to know what I'm talking about. But it was just really nice. We had amazing passengers on board. We had a big jiu-jitsu team on board, and they were all super fun, super nice, super respectful. Nobody was pre-partying and, misbehaving. I don't see a lot of that on board anyway, especially, which is weird because it's Vegas. But we were on a 321 again, but all day, which was specifically very nice because it's one of the few chances we get to work with someone from outside our base. I worked with a very nice man who's around my same age, super nice. We had a really, really nice time. It was a real pleasure to work with him, and he is out of, I forget what base he's out of. But a really nice day. It was a nice day. Got home. We were off the plane by 11:10 in the morning, which is just super. And yeah, no complaints. Yesterday was very nice. The whole trip in general was pretty good. I remember the first day, I think there were some things that did nothing horrible, just nitpicky things. Got home last night, as I said. Gave the cats some treats. We all took a good 4 or 5 hour nap, and by then the day was pretty much over, of course. I am about to stop into a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru and hoping that there's not like 5 people in line, because I only have about 10 minutes to get to my meeting. And there's only 1 car in line. Yeah, 2 cars in line. Yay. I woke up this morning to a ka-ching, and we all know what that means. Something sold on eBay. I have it next to me because I have to remind myself to get it boxed up. And this is it. I hope I have some good light to show you what it is. It's a paperweight. Oh, that's good light. Isn't that pretty? It looks like some sort of barnacles or something on a piece of coral or something. It's showing up. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like in real life. It's very pink and yellow. Lots of interesting 3-dimensional details. It is signed on the bottom, Icart, and 1995. There were quite a few of these listed on eBay, so I priced it competitively. I think I paid $5, which is low. Usually Goodwill would mark things like this up to like, 30. But I think I paid $5 and I got 75. So that was good. I really should have, now that it sold so easily and quickly, I'm kicking myself for not listing it for higher, but $75 is better than waiting for 100, right? So I put this right here in the passenger seat so I can, I should cover it up to remind myself to box that up. And speaking of boxing up, I hate UPS. I hate UPS. FedEx isn't any better, really, honestly. When it comes to them, like, having to chase around and wait and chase and wait and chase, and for a package to be delivered, they can never find me. When I ordered my device, my new phone, it was supposed to launch on the 7th. And I thought, well, that's fine. If it launches on the 7th, I'm home by the 8th on a Saturday. So if they deliver on Saturdays, that'd be great. Yeah, well, it shipped out on the 6th. And then they've told me, oh, we tried to deliver, but you weren't home. No, I wasn't. And I shouldn't have expected it so early. That's not UPS's fault. But looking at the tracking information, the tracking list, you can't see my hand, is like a CVS receipt. You know what I mean? The tracking information, the number of steps and places it's been over the past few days it's almost infuriating. Why don't you just leave it at a UPS destination? So after work, I'm going to, after the meeting, I should say, I'm going to go find a UPS store, walk in, rather than try and do something online, and just go to a UPS store and say, hi, could you please help me? And see if I can't have that device sent to a UPS store where I can pick it up, or if I can have it delivered tomorrow on a Monday and just have them just stop by my house and deliver it. That's all I want. I know I sound nitpicky, but every time I've tried to get something from a UPS delivery, it's been backbreaking. Just the number of attempted deliveries and all that stuff. It's been so frustrating. So I'm hoping to get that. And this line is only 2 cars, but they're still here. Both cars are still here.
Dunkin', what are you drinking today?
Hi, could I get a large iced coffee with milk and 4 sugars and 1 old-fashioned donut, please? You heard my whole Dunkin' order. I will see.
I'm sorry, it was a large iced coffee with milk and how many sugars?
Milk and 4 sugars. No vanilla swirl, please.
All right.
And an old-fashioned donut, please?
An old-fashioned donut, okay.
Thank you.
All right, I love you at the window.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. You can hear my frustration in my voice, can't you? I need this coffee, and I need these cars to move if they're still in front of me. Why is this happening? All right. I need this caffeine so bad. I will see you guys soon. What a fantastic meeting. What a great meeting. Well, I am fully caffeinated. That definitely helps. But I'm starving. I need to eat something other than that donut I had earlier. What a fantastic meeting. You know, I've been to thousands and thousands of meetings all over the country. And this meeting, my home group, really is my absolute favorite. It's always a good meeting. If it's not a good meeting, it's because I brought something in the room with me. But that room holds my heart. The people in that meeting hold my heart. They really, really do. I'm so grateful for them. I am going to grab a bite to eat because I'm starving. I want to go buy some boxes and some packing material. I need some packing tape so I can get this this paperweight boxed up and shipped out tomorrow morning ASAP. And then I want to hit the UPS store and see if I can't have them let me know where this package is and if I can have it delivered to a UPS location so I can just pick it up, you know, because I can't seem to depend on them to drop it off at my house for me. But I don't know what else could be happening today. I think I showed you the cats. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's it for today. Thank you for visiting with me on this weird video. It's a little bit of everything. It's like a work trip. It's a little short story about my strange coincidences over this trip. My friend Nadia, I talked about, she's going to mail me some sauces from her business and her cookbook. I asked her to sign it for me, but she can't send me food because it's going to be, you know, delivered to a P.O. box. But blah, blah, blah. This video has been all over the place, but here you are with me, as usual. I will see you again soon, all right? Fly safe. Bye.